Have you ever walked past something in RuneScape and stopped for a double take because, well, you swear you've seen it somewhere before? Chances are you were probably correct. RuneScape is filled to the brim with references to movies, other games, and real life, and I'm sure that you've probably noticed at least one of these before. Whether it's the SpongeBob SquarePants reference just outside the Guardians of the Rift, or the Castaway reference you can find near Fossil Island, which Framed weirdly predicted 7 years ago.
The movie Castaway. I love that movie so much. You can actually see a reference to Castaway in RuneScape. I right-clicked on the item to discover that it was actually a DVD of Castaway. Number 1. My personal favorite. Castaway, baby!
Or bizarre dialogue that breaks the fourth wall to reference real life. There is plenty here to sink your teeth into. And what about other forms of media? Have you ever seen a RuneScape reference in another game or movie? Well, there's definitely a few hidden gems laying around, just waiting to be found. And that's what we will explore today, the interesting world of RuneScape references, in, around, and outside of the game we know and love. So grab a packet of fresh toad crunchies, sit back and join me on this journey. First up, we'll be traveling to Catherby for a reference that hundreds of players run past every day, most likely without having any clue. If you stop and look up at the Catherby Bank, you will see a clock. But did you know the time on the clock is stuck at 10:04, which is a reference to Back to the Future? Now, here's an interesting one. Did you know that in the LEGO Marvel Superhero 2 video game, there is actually a reference that says you will need a fire making level of at least 60 to be able to burn new logs?
You need a fire making level of at least 60 to be able to burn new logs.
And talking about video games, check out this reference in Grand Theft Auto that seems suspiciously RuneScape-like. Let me know if you think this is actually a reference. I reckon it is. And did you know that if you go up this ladder in Edgeville, you will see a subscribe button? Got you, now you have to subscribe. Oh, and there's also this mysterious portal here, which some of you might know about. It takes you to this cool little hidden location, but that's for another video. Heading over to the world of television, Mozzie, a main character in the TV series White Collar, mentions RuneScape's hidden flute solo in Season 2, Episode 9, Point Blank, while trying to solve a music box puzzle.
Sounds could correspond to numbers, wavelengths. Paula's discovery of hidden music in The Last Supper. RuneScape's encoded flute solo.
Did you know that if you speak to Bob the cat while having your own cat with you, the two cats will reenact the dialogue from the Luke I am your father scene in Star Wars? Heading now to the Brimhaven Agility Arena. Did you know the monkey bars have a really bizarre text that reads, "Now I'm the king of the swingers. Oh, the jungle. VIP," which is clearly a reference to the Jungle Book. Also a bit sus if you ask me. And the pillars have the examine text, "A small step for a player, a giant leap for player kind," which is clearly a reference to Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. And then of course, most of you probably know the poison darts obstacle has a bullet time dodge animation referencing the Matrix. Over to one of RuneScape's most nostalgic towns, Draenor. If you head over to the pig pen, you'll notice that one of the smaller pigs has the examine text, "I shall call him Mini Pig," a clear reference to Dr. Evil in Austin Powers. And if you're feeling like boogieing down, why not try the zombie dancer mode? It's actually designed after one of the dance moves used in Michael Jackson's Thriller music video. And as a little bonus, the examine text for the zombie boots is thrilling. I think that one of the devs was definitely a Michael Jackson fan. Now, if you speak to the ghost near Glariel's tomb, without the Amulet of Ghost Speak, your player will say a bunch of random phrases, one of which is "all your bases belong to us," a famous phrase from the video game Zero Wing. There's also a bunch of funny dialogue with this ghost. I recommend giving it a go, but don't forget to equip the Ring of Visibility. Now, one reference that I came across that I wasn't actually able to test was this. Apparently, if you use a super strength potion on a baguette, it will say, "Ah, sandwiches make me strong," which is a reference to Team Fortress 2. Now, because I wasn't able to get a baguette, I wasn't able to test this. So if any of you happen to have a spare baguette, please give this a go and let me know if this is actually true. Another interesting reference is with Oaknock the gnome, who can be found during the Eyes of Glufry quest. If you examine him, it will say, "Can he fix it? Yes, he can," referring to Bob the Builder. And did you know the Verok Gypsy says, "My gypsy sense is tingling" during the Recipe for Disaster quest? Clearly a reference to Spider-Man. I wonder if there's a gypsy superhero quest on the horizon. Not gonna lie, that sounds pretty good. There is an NPC in the Verok Church, called Jeremy Clarkson, which is a reference to the British celebrity Jeremy Clarkson, best known from Top Gear. And did you know the attack skill cape emote is apparently a reference to Street Fighter, most likely from the character Ken. And there you have it, a bunch of weird and wacky references that most people probably overlook on a daily basis. I have no doubt missed a ton of these, so let me know down below what your favorites are. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing and throwing a like on here for fun. I'll be back next week with another video. Okay, bye.